Hello everybody, my name is Faith Mukite. I'm a student at Kenya School of Tibet pursuing diploma in technical training. Today we will be discussing about social stratification. Our guest is Joy Wamuyo Gisheru and she will be sharing with us her knowledge and insight about our today's topic. So before we dive into it, let us just give her a chance to introduce herself and tell us what she does. Then we can continue. Welcome, Joy.
Thank you. Hi. So as mentioned, everyone, my name is Joy Wamuyo. I am a lawyer and an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, and I'm pleased to be on this discussion with Faith.
Okay, you're welcome. So as we had said earlier, we will be discussing about social stratification. Joy, what do you understand by the term social stratification?
So social stratification to me means the way in which any society categorizes individuals or its people based on various social economic factors. For instance, wealth, income, education, gender, ethnicity, and so on and so forth.
That is a good explanation. I hope you've understood what it means. So after that, we have understood what social stratification is, and she's just said that it is the categorization of the society according to education, gender, wealth, power, and all those. So can you please explain to us, from what you've defined, what are some of the indicators of social stratification in our day-to-day life?
That's a very good question. So in terms of the various indications, this would be from the very basic ones, such as education. We know in our country there's different access to education based on your social status, where the very wealthy people can access better education facilities, whereas the marginalized people in our society are unable to access the best education and they're forced to rely on substandard or downtrodden facilities in the very underfunded public education sector. Another indicator of social stratification would be something like gender in our country, whereby you would find, especially in the political front, it is very male dominated. Also in the corporate world, very male dominated, whereas women are unable or not in a position to exploit political positions.
It's a nation edits. From Haikon, we can get to see that this is not something new, and it's something that happens in our society day to day, and something we see happen. So under social stratification, there's this concept called social mobility. So I want her to explain to us what it is and the types of social mobility that there is.
So social mobility, in my mind, refers to the movement of individuals, families, or groups of people from one social classification to another one. Say, for instance, where someone moves from one income bracket to another income bracket, or one moves from being part of a marginalized group to through affirmative action to a more empowered group. So the types of social mobility, or I would say examples or instances of social mobility, one of them would be through education, whereby education provides a platform for someone to move from one social class to another. Say, for instance, a young person who studied in a public school, got good grades, went to a national school, and they're able to also get good grades in the national school and go to university, and they're able to access a job that has larger income than the background that they come from. So they're able to move upwards, to migrate from one social class to another, and by that effect they also are able to uplift their family in that sense. So that is one such example of social mobility in our country.
Okay. So from the way she has defined social stratification, from the way she has given us indicators, and from the way she has explained social mobility, it is a great indicator that social stratification has an impact in our country or in our lives. For the last question, can you just tell us one advantage and one disadvantage of social stratification?
So, in terms of an advantage of social stratification, is that the different categorizations of class or society in that sense fuels a sense of, I would say, hard work in certain populations to move from one social class to another. However, on the flip side, a very big disadvantage of social stratification is the social inequality that it accompanies and it entrenches, whereby people who are marginalized or people who do not have access to infrastructure, to resources by dint of their place in society are further marginalized because they are unable to access resources that they require for their day-to-day lives and the resources that they require to make their lives better. So social inequality and poverty is one of the biggest disadvantages of social stratification.
Okay, that is a very great explanation. And from what we have discussed, I hope you have seen that social certification plays a great function in our society because there are those from the upper class and those from the lower class, and each and every one of them has an impact and a role to play in our society. So we have come to the end of our video. Thank you. We have come to the end of our video. Thank you, Amoyo, for sharing your knowledge and your views about your topic. We have learned a great deal from it. And thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed evening, morning, afternoon, depending on the time you watch this. Bye.